So, do you ever play Persona and think to yourself, wow, the Magician. What a mysterious sounding, awe-inspiring card. I wonder what deep, arcane secrets this flame of infinite knowledge holds. And then you take a look at the characters associated to it and wonder to yourself what's even going on. Don't worry, that's intentional. This card may be powerful, but it's not nearly as dignified as the title is making it seem. Except it also is. But it also isn't. I'll try to explain. The Magician is the first numbered card among the trumps, carrying the lowest set number and worth among them with 1. Of course, that doesn't mean that this card is useless. I'm not exactly a gambler, so it can't speak for the worth of the card in card games, though I have heard that despite its low rank, the card is actually pretty valuable in many games. In divination, the Upright Magician is definitely one of the most positive cards one can receive in a spread. This is because the Magician embodies energy, and not the kind that is kept inside in reserve, but the kind that is decidedly directed at a specific purpose. As such, it's very much a symbol of activity in a person's life. Like most major arcana, the Magician has a variety of alternate names, some of which are actually older than the name it's known by today. One of these older names is the Mountebank. And now you probably get what I meant when I said that this card is not as dignified as it sounds, right? Yeah, turns out when it says Magician, you shouldn't be thinking of this, but more along the lines of this. In terms of iconography, what the card shows is not a supreme otherworldly being of the arcane arts, even if the designs in the Persona games kind of make it seem like that. You lie at us, Ojima. Why do you lie at us? What it is actually meant to show is more of a stage artist, an illusionist who performs for the crowd, swiftly, with dedication and skill. That's the kind of magician that serves as the archetype for this card. This doesn't mean that the Magician is all about trickery and deceival though. That would make the card way too similar to the Jester. Rather, this card is about power and control over it. A stage magician knows how to charm the crowd, pull them in, and how to make use of everything on the stage, and sometimes even around it, to reach their goal. The iconography of this card often shows symbols of the elements and the minor arcana suits, as well as an infinity symbol. This symbolism is meant to point out that though he is an illusionist, the magician's power comes from his ability to take the energy of the elements in the world inside and around him, and use them to his advantage. In a way, you can say that the Magician is the next evolution of the Fool. While the Fool has all the possibilities still before him, the Magician has settled on one path for now, and is channeling all of the Fool's energy into getting there. Still, while he has a lot of power and knows exactly what he is going to use it for, that doesn't mean that his use of it is going to be flawless. A magic trick, no matter how simple, can and will fail if you make as much as a small mistake, and any such failure is going to demask the Magician as weak or a liar, so any such failure is going to haunt the Magician for a long time to come. Yuka Ayase, Junpei Yori, and Yosuke Hanamura are the three Persona users symbolized by the Magician Arcana in the games, and the symbolism of the performing illusionist shows in their characters, with how Yuka always acts like a dizzy valley girl to get boys to cater to her whims, and how Junpei and Yosuke put on cheerful fronts to pull others along with their plans and ideas, draw them into initially superficial friendships with them, and keep the morale of their groups high. All three of these characters have rather magnetic personalities that make it hard to not keep your eyes on them as they are talking or joking around. This is also true for Kenji Tomochika to some extent, albeit he's more thoroughly superficial than Ada, Junpei or Yosuke. He fits in better with Yuka in that regard. Yosuke and Junpei are characters that are often compared for good reasons, as both of them are generally very upbeat, energetic, and immediately want to put every chance that they see before them to good use, befitting the meaning of the card. However, just as their strengths and positive roles in the stories are reflected in the Arcana, so are their flaws. Both of them can be rash, impulsive, and easily tempted to abuse a situation, emotion, or power to what they perceive as the easy way rather than the right way.
What do you think? I agree. It would be foolish to blindly chase after it.
Who needs your advice? We can beat that thing, no problem. Hell, I'll do it myself.
Junpei, wait!
I can't let something like that go. Someone close to me died. Her killer can't be convicted. And now I'm gonna let the same thing happen again? There's no way I can do that! It's just wrong, isn't it?
But Yosuke?
All we have to do is push him inside the TV. That's it. We do that one thing, and this is all over.
These characters all have a lot of youthful energy that they are good at putting to immediate use, with a clear goal in mind. So that is it, their great, awesome magic power. Giving whatever they put their mind to their all, with enthusiasm and fun. However, the negative side of this ability constantly hovers over them. A tendency to get jealous at people they see as more skilled at these things that they want to be good at. A hang for being stubborn and using that very energy that they are channeling the wrong way, being downright manipulative about it at times. This immaturity and pettiness is the danger that comes with the magic of the Magician Arcana. You have all the power that you need. The trick is learning to direct it the right way rather than the easy way. That is the interpretation of the card that the Persona games seem to be working with. And it's also a message that I think can resonate strongly with a lot of players. Why else would it be that Junpei and Yosuke are some of the most popular characters in the games? Or maybe people just feel sorry for them. Your pick.